Junior, no, you don't do that. If that's how you want to start video, sure.
Domestic owner will be
That's Junior for you guys. I just want to put my phone. All right. Welcome to Time Tech Plus. You don't push stuff down, I warn you. So today on Time Tech Plus, we are gonna be looking at something really different because today's thing is not about tech. Today's thing is more off-topic, more sidetracked than tech. And aside from Junior creating a big mess here, let's go ahead and get started, right? Shall we? Cause don't give me the face. So as y'all can tell from the title, that today's topic is gonna be the best $20 I've probably spent. Maybe a little bit of a background story though on the best $20 I've spent. Number one, it's not on a phone. Let's just take out the case for today's video because class. I actually get to know this whole thing back in 2019 and then properly listen to songs from this person in 2020 and 2021, of course, fully into his songs. So if you all don't know who I'm talking about, this person actually wrote Elvis Presley's 50th gold record, which is Kentucky Rain. This person sang Clint Eastwood's Every Which Way But Loose movie, Every Which Way But Loose, and he also wrote Ronnie Milsap's Pure Love. We all have no idea who that is. That's Eddie Rabbitt. Now, the thing is, I am a really big fanboy of him, and aside from Junior being a big pain right now, either way, let's go ahead and get started. Cut out all this nonsense. And so best $20 I spent. It's right here. The thing is, I have actually kind of opened it up, and you know, cause I can't help myself. Here comes the feeling. You better get down. I apologize for this mess. So the reason why is because the thing in Singapore is that it's hard to find his albums in Singapore. It's just almost impossible. If you can go on to Carousel, you'll notice that there are only like 3 to don't bite! Ow! Like 3 to 4 of his albums available. So there's that. And I managed to get this one off Carousel. It's actually my first album that I actually bought with my own money, and I gotta say, it's actually a pretty proud feeling. Like you get your first thing ever in your whole life, and you are just right. Domestic abuse at its finest. Okay, he's been abusing me for these past few months ever since I have him. Number one, this item possesses sentimental value because it's the first ever CD album I bought. And on number 2, I believe this is like the last album that this record company actually put out. But the album that was really his last is released in April 7, 1998, which is his Songs from the Rabbitland album, which is an album for kids. And a month after that, he actually died. So there you go. That's kind of sad because I have been a big fan of him ever since when I first got to know his song in I Love Rainy Night. Don't know how I get to it. Maybe GTA, maybe recommendations after listening to Very Radical Self-Control. But yeah, there you go. Next up, why am I such a big fan of
Eddie Rabbitt.
Number one is actually because of the fact that I find most of his music quite relatable, quite, addictive. Okay, for example, you know that you did get a new Samsung phone. You get a new Samsung phone because you know it's a Samsung phone and you know you're gonna love it. Now that's Eddie Rabbitt for y'all. You get his album because you know exactly what you're getting, and you don't expect more or less from him, and you are actually quite happy with whatever that he put up. That's the main reason why I guess I will. It's just you get it and you know exactly who is it for. Second reason is of course fanboy. Third reason is cause why not? Now the thing is, this album did have like of his number one hits. Not really all of his number one hits. He has like 25, 26 number one hits throughout his whole musical career. And yeah, let's go ahead and get started. I opened this up already. It's just that, well, I want to share it with you guys. So I open it up, like look at it a little bit, and just put it all back. So let's just open it out again. So there you go. That's just every single song right there. I'm actually quite surprised that they do have both to each other inside and you and I, but I'm also not surprised at the same time because these are quite critical hits for these are quite critical duets from him and Crystal Gayle and Juice Newton respectively. And let's just open it up, cause why not? You have been waiting for this, right? First thing I do is, of course, I check this because this is the only booklet that I find in this album, which I can't seem to. There you go. So this is a whole song list of what he gets. Now I do get it that most of his album actually have like some sort of lyrics to it. Junior, this is not your. Okay, fine. You can be in the camera. It's so cute. So I do get it that his older albums, I believe Jersey Boy does have a whole lyric book. I am not too sure. I need to go and check on it. Some of his albums have it, some of his albums don't have a lyrics book. I'm a little bit shocked that this one doesn't have it, but it's fine. Then there's his, bio and everything all in here. Then we have all his hits. Now, first thing I have to point out is that all of the songs I have heard of them before, so I'm quite familiarized with them. I do know almost all of their lyrics. Rocky Mountain Music is also not here because, well, it's actually one of his like songs that most people know about and most people love. It's like I have quite a few friends telling me that they don't know who the singer is, but they like the song and they have heard of it. They just know the song, they just don't know the singer. And there you go, I'm here to tell you it's Eddie Rabbitt. Now of course it's a CD thing. Right now I don't feel like blasting music out loud in like so dark. It's like what? Look at the time. There you go. It's like 10:44. What can you expect me? I can't be blasting music right now. It's gonna be disrupting the neighbors. I am aware that Rocky Mountain Music was not his number one, but I mean, okay, I get it. It's a number one album. I'm trying to think of a lame comeback, but the thing is, you get my point. Rocky Mountain Music, quite a lot of people know them. Quite a lot of people know that song, and I am not surprised that Driving My Life Away and I Love Rainy Night is in this album. That's because these two songs did, in fact, get their number one hits, and these two songs are probably his most famous two songs from him. I'm actually quite surprised that I Wanna Dance With You is actually in there. I am not very familiarized with the song. I have it for only 3 times. And of course, The Wanderer. Of course, I'm gonna expect it to be in the number one hit list because he made the song popular in 1988, where this song is created and when this song was actually sang by another singer in 1961. So, of course, I'm gonna expect The Wanderer to be in here because, well, he made it popular. And on second thought, I kind of expected it because it's his last number one. Quite a lot of things that I have not talked about, just browse through and all, because I really don't know how to explain to you all like how this feeling is as a fan of him as always, because I know that once I get this album, without listening to it, I know exactly what I'm getting. I know exactly what I'm gonna like. Yes, I haven't listened to the album yet. I haven't even touched the CD yet. Maybe I've just taken it out, yes, but I haven't really done anything to the CD. I know he do have Drinking My Baby Off My Mind, which is under Rocky Mountain Music, whereas You Don't Love Me Anymore. He do love to play that song on his live performances. sing that song. You Can't Run From The... I didn't expect Someone Could Lose a Heart Tonight, but I really like the song. It's super catchy. Step by Step, you know, the first step, I Saw Her and Treat Her Like a Lady, yeah, that one, didn't expect that. Best Year of My Life, I did kind of expect it, but didn't expect it also. Quite a lot of I expect but didn't expect stuff in here, cause again I'm a Gen Z boomer, zoomer, whatever you want to call. What else can I elaborate? Number one, I got this album is because I'm an Eddie Rabbitt fan, and this is my first ever album, so it's definitely going to be very significant to me. Number two, do I regret it? No, of course I don't. I can proudly display this on a display box or whatever it is, display stand, whatever. And number three, if I were to collect more albums, which one would I be collecting? His debut album, 1975's Rabbitt. I believe it's called Eddie Rabbitt. Rabbitt is the one in 1977. I would like to collect the Variations one, 1978. Love Lines is also another good one. 1980s Horizon, that one I'll collect. What's that? The Radio Romance, 1982. Rabbitt Tracks, that's my favorite album of all of his active years. Rabbitt Tracks, that one. From 1986, you know, the one with Letter From Home and Threw It Away, all the good stuff, all the good songs that I personally feel should be in his best of Eddie Rabbitt, or whatever album they should release, because those songs are really underrated. Then we have 1988's I Wanna Dance With You, that one definitely I'll collect. 1990 Jersey Boy, of course. I'll collect the Beating the Odds, 1997. I would like to, if that is, I can find all those albums, because nowadays they are really quite hard to find, because the thing about them is that not much people know about him, number one, and number two, those people who know about him probably don't want to let go of those albums because they just get really rare, and you wouldn't like to let go of rare things, like, right? And of course, I like to collect his 1998 Children's album, cause I have listened to the whole album, by the way. It might sound like a children's album, it's just something that makes it sound like a mature album. It's like something that I feel any people of all ages can listen to it and give you these thoughts of, it might be a children's album as face, but when you look deep down in the iceberg, you know that this song is like whatever song he created for the children, for children, it is quite relatable for you know, for people who are not children anymore, you get it, to listen to it and kind of learn a thing or two from him. Now another thing is I do respect him. Reason is because remember back in 1985 he do have a son who died. I forgot exactly the reason, but it's like something we've got to do with the liver. He didn't make music for months because he actually spent time with his family for his loss. Yeah, it's kind of a sad thing. It's kind of like the shittiest thing he's ever experienced. But anyway, he did become much more positive back in 1986 after his second son was born, and you can tell from the tone of his album I Wanna Dance With You that he's really positive. In the future, if they do another remaster of his songs again, I would like to see like quite a few songs. Of course, Tolahoma Dancing Pizza Man, that's a weird song but I love it. I used to not like it. I wouldn't say hate it, but there you go. Rocky Mountain Music, definitely. I would still like to see all the songs from here. I would like to see Threw It Away, Letter From Home. Letter From Home is like my favorite of all this. They Gotta Have You. It's just a lot of songs that can really hit you straight in the heart. And alright, let's just give one more example now. If you didn't know the song Years After You, The song actually, the first time when I listened to it, I actually cried because it kind of reminds me of my hamster, which I will not talk about it. Basically, what I'm trying to say is that his songs are really relatable, and he creates songs. It just feels like whatever song he just put out, he just creates. It goes to you personally. He's performing for you personally. Everything that's that. That's why you're starting to see more inclusion of his things in my main channel, Time Tech. Despite creating so many magical songs, so many good songs, he might be in the Nashville Country Songwriter Hall of Fame, but he is not in the Country Music Hall of Fame. That's surprising. It's because he has a very good voice. He has, you know it's a Rabbitt's album. You're not getting any nonsense from him. You know you're gonna love his songs the moment you start playing them. But it's weird to see that he's still not induced into the Country Hall of Fame, and that's why you start to see more inclusion of his stuff on my channel, is because I kind of want that to happen as soon as possible. Of course, finally, whenever he does his live performance, he acts with class, and most of the time, I do notice this about him, is that he do use his guitar to the absolute limit, that at least one guitar string will break. So what he does is that he'll just unwind the guitar string and just throw it at the crowd, which I find quite fun. It's these little things that make me admire this person, so there you go. That's what make me go crazy. Anyway guys, what is your favorite singer or songwriter or whoever it is? You can drop it down in the comment section below. Tell me why, of course. And if y'all do see this, please do try out his songs. I guarantee you, the moment you start getting into his songs, you might never get out of it, because it's just magical. And if you're a starter of an Eddie Rabbitt song, I recommend you starting with I Love Friday Night and Driving My Life Away, then go on to Rocking on the Music, then go on to On Second Thought. You are definitely gonna love all four of these songs, and then you can just go on further into his less popular songs. There you go. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. It's been Time Tech Plus, and thank you all so much for listening to me stating reasons on why. Again, as I say, will I regret it? Definitely not. I would definitely cherish this, because he's not around with us anymore. Time flies. And number 2 is, of course, I'm a fan. So there you guys go. Now see you all next time on Time Tech.